Belarus does not need a special rapporteur. We reject the accusations and opinions contained in his report and declare that the report presented by the special rapporteur is unacceptable to us. We reject it as non-objective and biased.
I give the floor to United Nations Watch.
Thank you, Mr. President. UN Watch commends the special rapporteur for his report, which sheds light on the alarming situation of human rights in Belarus. We regret the unjustified attacks against the special rapporteur and his mandate, which we just heard. In essence, the distinguished representative of Belarus argues that the Council's mandate to monitor his country has no basis and is therefore political in nature. Is this true? Let us consider the facts. The report before us confirms the findings of other international authorities, that in Belarus there is systematic oppression of dissenting voices and defenders of human rights, and a denial of political, civic, and religious freedom. As noted in the report, the facts show that opposition to the government in Belarus can lead to imprisonment under the criminal code, that the judiciary lacks independence, that mistreatment in the penal system is commonplace, and that human rights activists are persecuted. Mr. President, in Belarus, activists, once imprisoned, are further victimized by psychological and physical pressure aimed at silencing dissent and at breaking their will to defend freedom. The facts show that criticism is silenced through state ownership of major media, the persecution of independent outlets, and the detention and harassment of journalists. The facts show that in Belarus there are no legal guarantees against discrimination, leaving vulnerable groups such as women and the disabled without protection. The LGBT community suffers from public ridicule and repressive conduct by government officials, and that legal means to challenge such injustice do not exist. Mr. President, is the mandate on the situation of human rights in Belarus justified? Based on the facts, based on today's report, based on everything we hear from victims and human rights groups, the answer, without a doubt, is yes. Thank you, Mr. President.